How many of you guys will be doing Thaemine? Normal or hard? Wow, a lot of people. Okay, let's start the lecture for Transcendence. If you guys go to your calamari, this part is empty. It's reserved for Transcendence. So Thaemine vertical system, what do we get? Someone asked yesterday, are we getting new armor? No, we're not. We're gonna get Transcendence. There are 7 stages of armor Transcendence. There are 5 armor pieces. So every stage, there are 3 flowers, up to 7. So 7 times 3 is 21. In order to unlock the final stage, the final perk, you need 20 out of 21. So we'll be talking about some tips to save gold. So keep that in mind. You just need 20 out of 21. And as you go up every stage, you'll get main stat. So for my blade, you get dicks. 600 dicks first stage. It doesn't matter which flower. As long as you complete the Transcendence stage, you get 600 dicks. Okay? We'll talk about why you need 3 flowers or 2 flowers. But at stage 2, you get 680 additional dicks and 760 dexterity. All the way, as you can see, the higher, the better. Right? Higher, you get more dexterity. So this dexterity will add onto your power. And then there's Weapon Transcendence in Korea with Behemoth, a 16-man raid that is giving weapon attack. And these new vertical systems like elixirs and stuff like that, they're giving more value to attack versus strength, dexterity, intellect, and weapon attack. We'll talk about that later, okay? Once we get there. But all you need to know is that Transcendence gives your main stat as well as bonus perks. It makes you powerful. Makes you very powerful. So what is it? It is a new vertical system to make our characters unbelievably strong. An indirect nerf to DPS checks. It is a minigame within the game. We'll show you an example at the end. Whoops. A highly incentivized reward that will be near mandatory for future raids if you're doing hard mode. Alright? Opinions on the system will be discussed at the end. My blade, her Transcendence was 12%. But we did finalize her Transcendence this week. It is now at 21% damage increase. Beautiful, right? And I did cut the best bracelet in the entire game of 18% damage increase, right? But Transcendence triumphed that. My elixir is at 24%, 25%. So what are the benefits? Makes us stronger, better. About 16% to 20% more power for DPS, okay? So the higher the eye level, like if you are max eye level in the West, you have a 1655 character Esther 8, you'll get about 16% power. There are diminishing returns because the more dicks strength you have, right? The more you add on gives less, blah, 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 blah. You already know that. But if you're on eye level like 1630 character, you'll get about like 20% more power. The average cost, if you look at the calculator, it says 500k. It also depends on the pity. It depends on if you know how to quit and reset the board. We'll talk about that later. It can average around 500 to 700k for 20 out of 21. If you want to be perfect, you want to be 21, like this one right here, the gloves is 21. You see that the glove is 21? My helm is 20 though, right? Because I didn't go for 21. Why? Because my Reaper is not my main. She's one of my main 6, right? You just need 20 out of 21 to unlock all the perks, which we'll talk about. So I got 21, 21, 21, 21. So if you want to get full 21s, then it will cost about 700 to 800k. And if you're like, oh my god, at this point, like all the random chatters that like they're going nuts right now, that's so expensive. Let me put that into perspective. To put that into perspective, it's about plus 10 to 12 on your weapon, on your end game weapon, right? So if you're a 1630 Thaemine enjoyer, you're probably gonna go there with a 25 weapon for the week 1 of progression, right? So add plus 10 or plus 12 to that. Do you think getting your weapon to 37 will be cheap? Cheaper than Transcendence? Yes or no? Obviously, it's gonna be no. All right? Or if we just think about honing every piece, including weapon and all the armor, right? Right here. I made all the stuff here. So gems, gem value, blah, 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 blah. This is in my old video. But if we talk about armor plus weapon, Armor plus weapon is about 3%. Every 5 eye levels is about 3% damage. So you're talking about going above 30 eye levels. So let's say your gear goes to 1660. Do you think it'll be cheaper to hone 30 eye levels or get Transcendence? The answer is Transcendence. It is still cheaper to get Transcendence. Doesn't mean the system is perfect though, but it is cheaper in terms of the tier list that we discussed here, right? In Korea, at least at the time of when Porsche made this back in November, Transcendence is number 3 in priority for the gold you spent to power gain ratio, right? So basically, you want to do Transcendence. Now, even if you are not planning on like doing Thaemine hard, you still want to do normal to get Transcendence. So to get Transcendence unlocked on your armor pieces, you have to get these blue boys. All right, they drop from normal and hard. Normal drops half, exactly half of what you get in hard. If you do gate 1, 2, 3 with bonus loot, you get 26 per week. In hard mode, 1, 2, 3 with bonus loot is 52 a week. Now, if you do hard mode gate 4 with bonus loot, that's 24 additional. So hard mode players are getting 76 if they do up to gate 4. So how many weeks does it take? For normal enjoyers, to finish stage 2, it takes 4 weeks. To finish stage 3, it takes 6 weeks. And then normal enjoyers cannot go past stage 3 unless they rework Transcendence, which is what they said they will. We don't know how they're gonna do it though. We have to wait till summer, or maybe it could be next week in Korea, who knows. But how many of these blues do you need to finish, unlock all stage 7? In only doing normal 1 through 3, you need to do 5 months of it. 1 through 3 for 5 months, half a year. So it's better to get it started now than later if you eventually want to be a endgame raider. Now, could this be reworked? Absolutely. However, it's not yet. So I got to go off what we have now. For hard mode enjoyers, it will take 11 weeks to finish if you do gates 1 through 3 in hard. Now, there's a strat where people do gate 1 and 2 hard, gate 3 normal, because gate 3 hard, it may be, it's like the Brel days where the difficulty is just too much for casual players, okay? So you could decide to do that. That will shorten the weeks. If you do gate 4 hard, my blade took about 2 months to finish, and those 2 months felt so long, right? My blade is finally an endgame blade now. Stages 1 through 3. Stage 1, 2, 3. How many blue boys do you need? Right here, 15. And then there's 5 armor slots. 5 armor slots. So you need 15, 15, 15, 15. That's stage 1. Okay, what about stage 2? So stage 1 through 3, you need 15 per armor times 5. Now from stages 4 through 7, which is unlocked through hard mode, you need 20 times 5. 100 for stages 4, 100 for stage 5, 100 for stage 6, 100 for stage 7. That's why it takes so long. Let me go back to the rewards here. So the Thaemine normal in terms of gold gives about 13,000 gold. 13,000 gold with bonus loot. Bonus loot costs 5,800. You want a bonus loot, okay? Because of the blue boys. It's called Darkness is Fire. Darkness is Fire, okay? Now the first time clear, will give you 1 million silver and give you 20 blue fireballs as well. And 8 chaos stones, as well as the materials. We'll talk about the other material soon as well. The hard mode, it gives, if you do gate 1 through 3, it gives 20,000 gold. 20,000 gold if you do gate 1 through 3. Now, if you do gate 4, that is 21,000 additional gold, which is once in 2 weeks. All right? Not a roster thing, it's per character. So 6 characters, you could do gate 4 on 6 characters every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. So per character, you're talking about 41,000 gold potential. If you do gates 1 through 4 hard mode, 41,000. And there are other rewards. As you can, there's a red mount that is a drop chance in gate 4 hard, as well as the blue throne mount, which is the one I'm wearing now, which is a drop in gate 3 hard, and it is an auction. Both of the mounts are auction. And then you could get the blue horse as well. I know we're going a little bit back and forth here, but we're talking about all the rewards here. The blue horse is from Thaemine, clearing hard mode gate 4 5 times. And then this is the auction that drops in gate 4 hard mode. That is an auction that you bid. And the black horse comes from Thaemine the First. as well as 50,000 gold from the first silver, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Horses are lame. Anyways, back to Transcendence. Those are the rewards. There are 6 different titles as well. Before the promised rework, Transcendence is a huge time-gated reward vertical system. Start whenever you can to gather the darkness's fire. Whether you wait for the nerf or not, wait for the nerf of this system, Transcendence or not, gather these as soon as you can. Doesn't mean tomorrow when the patch hits, guys. Just whenever you can. Okay? Whenever you can. On characters, like I said, that you are going to go vertical with, that you choose to proceed beyond the 1610 systems, the elixirs, the Transcendence, the Echina homes, as well as the weapon Transcendence and beyond. All these new systems, you're like, oh my god, it costs gold. Yes, but all these newer systems cost less than all the older systems, and there needs to be a gold thing, an incentive to do the raid. Should they have so much RNG tied to them is a different argument, and I agree with you. Not so much RNG should be there, hence why they decided to nerf. We'll talk about that later. Those are opinions. Let's talk about some of the facts. So rules for now, right? Because it might get reworked. So armor Transcendence, stage 1 is unlocked. Stage 1 is unlocked right here. Stage 1 is unlocked after you clear normal gate 1. After you clear normal gate 1, you could be like, all right, static members, let's like halt the raid and then go do Transcendence. It's not gonna give you that much power though, all right? You don't have to do that, just keep proceeding, okay? But stage 4, 5, and 6 unlocks after hard gate 2. So normal players can only get stage 1, 2, and 3. Now, well, I'll tell you how much that unlocks in terms of power. But if you're like, oh my god, that's it, I agree with you. That sounds really crappy, but it is due for a rework soon. The director did talk about how this is a bad experience for returnees and new players. We'll talk about that at the end. Okay, so stage 4 to 6 unlocks is unlocked by clearing gate 2, and then stage 7 hard gate 3 clear. That's the official words in the game for now. Official words. Now, why is this not a good system and needs to rework is because it's a non-linear power growth for now. Most power gain comes at stage 5 and 7. 5 and 7. I made a video about this in the highlights channel, right? So stage 3 is where the normal players will get. You'll get about like maybe 5% power. Maybe 5% power. Okay, stage 4 doesn't unlock anything. Stage 5 is when it unlocks about 10 to 11% power. And then stage 7 is 16 to 20% power. Okay, so it's a non-linear growth. So it's more back-ended. So it's not really helping normal players. Priority as of April 2024. Which do you unlock first? So what are you even talking about? What are these stages? I'm a little bit confused. If you look here, guys, there is a flower, golden flower. I know it's all in Korean. Just follow with me. There's a golden flower and there's a 5. There's a 10, there's a 15, and there's a 20. If you do stage 1, you can unlock 3 flowers. Is that more or less than 5? It's less than 5. So in order to get the first perk, you need to get 5 flowers. So you need to be doing at least up to stage 2, get 2 flowers in stage 2 and 3 flowers in stage 1, or vice versa. That unlocks the first perk. The first perk is you get a buff. Every 30 seconds, you get a 10-second buff. And this buff gives 4,800 weapon attack. So just by doing stage 1 Transcendence, you don't unlock a bonus. Okay, you don't unlock a bonus, but you unlock your main stats, which is still an upgrade, but not a major upgrade. Now, as I said earlier, the higher the stages, the more you unlock. If we go to the 10 flower, right, which is stage 4, right, because 3 times 4 is 12, right? At stage 3, normal players, they go to 9. They do not unlock the second perk. The third one, the 15 golden flower, which comes at stage 5, because 3 times 5 is 15. That's the big one. The proc goes from 10 seconds every 30 seconds to 18 seconds now, and it is enhanced to 7,200 weapon attack. And then 20 piece is the final one that makes it even stronger, where it refreshes the duration by 3 seconds. Adds 3 seconds to the duration. So it goes from 18 seconds and you goes to 21 seconds, almost everlasting. It's huge. It's like almost a permanent 7,200 weapon attack. Now, unlike elixirs, I should have said this before. Unlike elixirs, these perks, you don't have to like choose. You don't have to choose like master or critical. Everybody gets the same bonus. Everybody. The same amount of main stats. All right. The only RNG in the system is the minigame itself, which we will do later. However, DPS, there still is a priority for DPSers. For the first stage, you want to get chest. And then you want to unlock chest first, shoulder, gloves, helm, pants. From 15 and 20, you see that chest keeps winning. Because I just explained how powerful chest is. Almost a permanent 7,200 weapon attack. In Korea, with the introduction of Behemoth, they did change one thing about Transcendence. In the old system, you have to do stage 1 on your helm, and then shoulder, chest, pants, gloves. And then once all your armor does stage 1, you could go to stage 2. Once you do all stage 2, you could go to stage 3. So in order to proceed to the next stage, you have to do the previous stage, all of them. But what they changed in Korea, I don't know if this is going to come to the West, is that now you could just maximize just one thing, right? You could just shoot one thing, right? I've seen players do this in Korea. So the new strat in Korea now for returnees or main swappers or alts or whatever is go gung-ho, go straight chest. So if this is also the case in the West, if you're a hard mode enjoyer, right? If you're a hard mode enjoyer, you might want to prioritize full chest as a DPSer. I don't really know for support, but this is, as of 2024 April, support tier list for priority to unlocking the stages. So chest, shoulder, you guys can read the rest. What we can conclude is that the pants is good for support. Pants. How to lower the cost? Well, you can use a calculator. There's a calculator, and I don't know if this person is going to make one in English. Oh, they will be? Okay, so that's awesome. So I guess they're just waiting for the terms. Thanks, chat. So whenever that is, I will put any good links in the pinned comment, not in the video description. Because video description, I cannot change it because it ruins the algorithm. Okay. And then how to also save gold. Know when to give up. Go slow and mirror correctly. I will show you that in practice right now. I'll show you that right now, guys. Okay, that music is way too repetitive. What did I say before? You don't have to get 21 out of 21, right? You just need 20. So you see that right there? You see the golden flowers? Stage 1, 3 golden. Stage 2, 3 golden. You get it, right? But stage 7 is 2. So that is 20. 20. You just need to get 20 to unlock the bonus. The final bonus. Same thing with shoulders. But this one, I went to 21 out of 21. Now, had I settled for 20, it would have shaved some gold. I'm going to do this one to show you guys some of the basic things of how this game works. Now, as you can see, when you do your first Transcendence, they're gonna ask you for the mats, like the blue fire, the darkness fire, and it's gonna be free. If you reset it, it's gonna cost gold. Now, what are these? These are like, so think of the blue fire as right here. Think of these as it unlocks like an arcade game. Right? It unlocks the Transcendence. So the more you have of these, the more stages of Transcendence you unlock, as we explained, right? And for normal players, that takes 5 months to get, okay? To unlock all 7 stages. Now, but Zeals, you said that normal players can only, for now, currently, pre-nerf, well, actually, the system get nerfed. They added a pity system, but before the overhaul, you said that normal players only go to stage 3. You said it only goes to stage 3. You're right. For now, it only goes to stage 3, but that doesn't mean you stop. You want to keep farming these because it's such a big time gate for now, right? Unless they rework it, reduce it to maybe taking 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Who knows what's going to happen in the future. But for what we know now, we can just pre-farm these and not even do it, right? Let's say you got to stage 3 and then you don't have to keep doing it. Maybe you're waiting for the nerf. Maybe they make it cheaper. Maybe they make it faster or something. So you could wait for that and then save your gold then. Who knows what they're going to do though. But what I'm trying to say is these unlock the Transcendence game. And then what these do is it's like putting the quarter into the game. So if you lose a game, you need to put these in to play again, try again. And now these are crafted at this vendor here. There are 4 different options in Korea because we have Behemoth. Okay? Obviously, don't do this. Don't do this. I saw someone do this in the first week. I'm not gonna say his name. Don't do this. You will lose that week. Do not do this. Okay? That option is for, I don't even know. Don't do that. What are these, Zeals? So when you fail the game and you give up, just like elixirs, you get these shards back. And these, you can sell in the auction house. As you can see, they're worthless. Okay? And they're cheap to buy. Initially in the West, it might cost you a little bit. The game gives you these. As you clear the gates, as you bonus loot, these drop. And these, you convert with the Chaos Stones. Remember I told you guys months and months ago to save Chaos Stones? To buy these. These are the little quarters that you put into the arcade. And I'll show you that. Now, initially, you might not have enough of these, but don't be fooled. There's a bonus auction box for this at the Gate 3 of Normal and Hard, as well as Hard Gate 4. Please do not deposit 10k gold for this. Maybe outside of the first week, after the first week, you'll be swimming in these. And if you're not swimming in these, you might just be able to buy these in the auction house. But I have never bonus looted. I mean, I've never won the auction, and I have never bought these from the auction house. Why I say that, then why does it exist, Zeals? It exists before they put a pity system into it. They put a pity system. There's a pity system, and before this came along, the calculator. Pre-calculator days, you needed a lot of quarters because people were failing like crazy, right? But those days are over. You might be alone the first week, but continuing forward, you're gonna be swimming in it like me. Let's go play this one. Now, remember I told you guys, the first time you play it, it costs these blue fires, the darkness fire, right? But then if you give up the game, you forfeit the game, and you want to try again, it costs you gold as well as the quarter. Now, I could go in detail about what each of these cards do, but I don't want to go that much in detail. It's not that complex of a system. You just mouse over it and see what it does. And at the end of the day, what you're going to do is use a calculator anyways. All right. So whether the calculator is in English or Korean, there is a guide of how to use a calculator in Korean. I'm sure it's going to be in English as well. If not, what you need to do is you just mirror it up. Mirror it up. First, you want to mirror the slot. Right now, I am doing... Okay, let's go into ultra wide. Ultra wide. And let me hide the chat. I am doing, as you can see here, I am doing the chest. So I'm going to choose chest. The author of this site said he's going to make it into English, so wait for that. And then I'm doing stage 7, and then press reset. And then now, just mirror it. It looks the same. Good. What did I say, guys? Go slow. Go slow. And then these are the pity. There are up to 10 pities. 10 pities. Okay, what pity does is it deletes the purple tiles. It deletes the purple tiles. What are purple tiles? Purple tiles, if you mouse over it, it'll tell you in English, but it says when you break that purple tile, it heals up 3 of these white tiles. Okay, that's the penalty. The game is within the designated life they give you right here, 8 lives. Okay, you want to break all the white tiles. Okay, and if you do that within 8 lives, you get 3 flowers. Now, you can give up by pressing this. You can press give up. So you agree with the terms of giving up. It stacks up the pity, but the pity takes a long time to get. All right. But sometimes you just want to forfeit because like your opening cards are just really doo-doo. All right. That will save you gold in the long run. Don't forfeit too much when you do this system. Learn the system first. Feel the system. All right. Once you become a Jedi Knight, like a Jedi Master, then and then you open up and you see the cards, you're like, okay, like mathematically it's probably not going to be happening within 8 turns. Then you forfeit. But initially, don't forfeit, okay? Just feel it out, play it. So mouse over it like that. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you really use your brain cells. All right. Like I don't have to explain what does this do, what does this do, because you just use a computer. Make sure the lives are matched here. 8 lives, 8 lives. Rerolls, rerolls. Rerolls, you can reroll the cards. So the calculator is saying, put it here. Okay. Now it said it broke 5 tiles, which is really good. 5 tiles. Just mirror it like this, like so. Now, I want to explain about these colored tiles. There are different colored tiles. So if we see here, we click this tile, and then there you see these colored tiles. White, you want to break. Blue means it's broken. Purple means the bad boys. And then this is additional reroll. So if you break that tile, you get another reroll. It's a pretty decent. The probability of these tiles are also in the main website. You don't have to really know that, but they're the golden boy. The golden boy means if you break that tile, you don't waste a turn. So it's called a blessing. You get a turn, right? It's nice, very nice. Now the yellow ball is you break it, you can get a cum ball or a tree of life. Trees are nice. We'll talk about that later. Purple means enhance the card next to the card that you use. So if I broke it with this card, it enhances this card. Okay? And then blue means it duplicates that card you use to break that tile. So if you break a blue with this, it duplicates this card. And then the last one is redistribution. This is like one of the worst ones. Okay. All right. So you want to mark the tile here and then match the cards. Wait, I have to press, I use the card, right? And then now I have 7 lives. And then I match the cards. And then I press calculate. Remember when I said go slow? I say go slow because you want to make sure everything is mirrored. Okay. He says re-roll this. Okay. Re-roll this. And then match the cards. And then calculate. So far, you see these 3 cards. So these 3 cards, they're going to combine. So cards, they combine up to a maximum of 3. 2 makes it that, so this becomes 100%. So you see those 50%? It becomes 100%. 3, what 3 does is, even if you break the purple, here, it will not heal the tile. So let's look at that. Okay. So we got the Omega version. And then see, if I break that purple tile, it does not heal or bring back 3 white tiles. All right. Now, because we shuffle the cards, because the cards combine, we match the tiles and then recalculate. Just go slow. I know it takes time. Just go slow because calculator will save you gold. Trust me. All right. We broke 4 tiles there. Beautiful. We got the yellow cum. Oh, sorry. The tree tile. Okay. Now we're going to use that. And we're going to put the lightning in there as well as hail. And you see there's a problem. There's a problem. There's 2 colored tiles. Now we press calculate. Now this one is enhanced. This is the foot. And what did I say? If 2 are combined, it's 100% break on all the tiles, right? So also you can choose that here. Like the level 2. Right now the blue border means level 2. 2 cards combined. And then these are the level 3s. And these are after breaking this tile. So we're going to break that. What the heck? Is this scripted? Exactly what I wanted. So we break it. And then we're going to get the cum ball. So we're going to choose cum ball here. We didn't get the tree of life. Tree of life would have been nice. But anyways, we break those tiles. And then now we have redistribute. Not going so good in terms of tile luck. Card luck, not bad. We have 5 lives left. 0 rerolls. Okay. Computer's going to cut the corners. Doing really good. Winning those 50-50s. As you can see, every time it's 230 gold. And it adds up, guys. It adds up. Okay. It adds up. So when you think it's like not doable anymore, it's good to just call it quits. That was one of the tips of saving the gold. That's why the average cost of Transcendence differs so much from person to person. Depends on who you ask. Okay, that was a very weak play. But because like we just don't have good cards to make big power plays. Yeah. So there's 3 more. Ooh. Risky. 55%. It broke it. It broke it. Once you do it enough, yes, we could keep going and like a tile may come where it gives you a free life, right? You never know. However, you know, once you become quite acquainted with the system, you need to pull the rug. You need to call it quits because the 230 gold adds up, like I said, right? And this is your valuable time as well. So I know that within 2 turns, with the cards that I have, I won't be able to do away with all these white tiles. We have a separate island here, a separate island here, and then a strip here and a strip here. That's almost like 4 turns. Even with great cards, I'm gonna call it quit. Okay, so you get back some of the shards, like I said, which could be turned into quarters to play again. Now we're gonna play again, even though I finished the Transcendence, just to show you guys. All right, so once again, match the cards, and then we're gonna start. So initially the cards don't look too good. It's not bad, it's not too good. Probably gonna go open with the Foot Doctor down here or up here, right? So once you do it enough, you get the hang of it. And it says additional reroll tile up here. We press use there. Let's do this. And then let's say you do, okay, I'll show you guys. Let's see. So I'll show you guys what these buttons are. So the computer says break this additional reroll tile. Let's break it. We broke this tile and this tile. And look at that. I got an additional reroll here, but then my calculator doesn't have that. What do I click? So once this is in English, you just press additional reroll. Bam. So it uses the card, it uses the life, and it gives you additional reroll. Okay? Neat and clean. Very convenient. No need to really scratch your head. Go bald. Right? You don't need to call like 40 of your friends to do this. And then, ooh, nice shot. 6 tiles. Okay, we broke the island up north. Up top. Okay, when I say go slow, guys, make sure you guys delete all the tiles. And then we got an additional reroll, so click additional reroll. I have 3 rerolls now, 5 lives, and then we have enhanced tile. Now, why I say go slow? Because look at that, I made a mistake. If you don't delete the tile, like the game, the calculator will not know. So delete it. Okay, match the cards, take your time. All right. Click calculate, double check. Because remember, we're trying to save gold, guys. We're trying to save gold. All right, let's go. And the 50-50, we broke the purple tile, but we got enhanced as well. So delete the tiles, clean it up. Also, 3 tiles got healed. Okay, so it looks like that. That got enhanced. And we got additional reroll here. And double check that everything looks the same. It does look the same. Calculate. Now, it's going to reroll this off. I already know. And then we're going to get Omega Supreme card. This card is really powerful. Watch this. The coverage is insane. And because it's level 3, it bypasses the purple. Now, there is one card in the game that kills the purple. Those are the trees. The trees can delete the purples. It says reroll this. And calculate again. The computer, I get what he's saying. He's saying he doesn't want to use this card yet. He wants to duplicate this card. He wants to shave more cards with these tiles. Okay, that's why I use a calculator, guys. It calculates the odds of the upcoming cards. That's why. Okay, we did a great break there. Got an additional reroll, right? Rerolls are really not really valuable, but they come in handy the later to fish for finishers. Okay. Now we have 2 more big popcorns. If they combine, it's already over. Now we didn't get the duplicate. We keep getting additional reroll because additional reroll has a high probability to appear. The computer doesn't want to wait around with 3 lives left. He has. Oh, I made a mistake. Look at that. Take your time. Look at that. Take your time. Recalculate. Okay. You missed one? Yeah, chat, dude. Gotta take it slow, man. Gotta take it slow, man. It's your valuable gold, guys. Break that. Okay. And then right here, additional reroll. Getting a lot of additional rerolls because it's working as intended. High probability. We have 2 lives left. 2 lives left. This is a finisher card. It's a lightning strike, but it's level 1, so it's kind of weak. So it's gonna re-roll it. And we could not fish for a giant popcorn. It looks like I think this looks over, to be honest. It looks over. The upcoming cards are not powerful enough to finish this in 2 turns. It's gonna break down here. Watch, right? Break down here. And then we have a duplicate. We needed that earlier. Duplicating that Omega Supreme card and then hitting it up here and then getting it duplicated so we could smash, smash, smash and finish the board. But we have 1 life left. Okay, we'll keep going though. We'll keep going to show you guys what happens. Okay. One huge important thing is people give up sometimes too early. There's giving up too late as well as too early. Let me give you an example. Let's say there are 3 tiles or 1 tile left, but you get the golden tile. So let's draw that. So let's say it looks like this. And then you get a free life. Free life. But Zeals, I'm 2 flower. I need 3 flower. Well, if you have 2 flowers left and you get a free tile and you break that, it's considered three flowers. It's considered within 3 flowers. Does that make sense? So the golden flower is considered an extra life. So it's saying that you got 3 flowers. You broke it in the last turn. That you succeeded in the last turn. Do you understand that? Opinions of the system incentivizes people to revisit Thaemine. So it has retention, as well as the gold, the cosmetics, like the mounts. It's softener to Thaemine's DPS checks, so it makes repeating like the weeklies. It's a weekly, right? Not daily, it's a weekly. It makes the weekly less of a burden. It's still gonna be a burden because it's the hardest raid ever made that gives gold. And then mandatory piece of attachment that carries over to future raids, making it needed for Ekina hard mode and onwards. It's a huge power spike, so much that veterans play with veterans with Transcendence, right? Not initially, but a couple months after Thaemine came out, like 2-3 months later, people started to ask for 75 Transcendence, 75 flowers out of the 105. While new players who missed the initial wave of Transcendence farming is severely behind, and once veterans finish farming, what do they start doing? Once veterans get the title, they start requiring title. Once veterans finish Light of Salvation, they start asking for Light of Salvation. Same thing with Transcendence. Because Transcendence, as I explained earlier, if you missed the slides, you have to watch the video or rewind the VOD. The Transcendence is such a powerful system that people want to play with people that have them because it makes this raid faster and easier. Okay. So, as I said, the new players, returnees who missed the initial wave of Transcendence farm is severely behind, and once veterans finish farming, they require high Transcendence party members, which will lead to gatekeeping. This is happening rampantly in Korea, and it will happen in the West. Takes way too long to farm, nearly half a year in normal mode, as I discussed, 5 months. Currently, power spike happens in later stages. As I explained, in stage 15, which is stage 5, and 20, which is stage 7. So hard mode players are winning. This plus taking too long and being gatekept because they missed the initial grace period. The grind period is causing players to park. Parking. People came in my chat today before I started this presentation. Zeals, when do I park? Where do I park? That is not your problem. But parking is a terrible game design in any RPG game, as it demotivates players in an RPG game to continue to work on their characters upwards, right? They're stuck. They're not doing what the developers are intending you to do, intending you to enjoy and see. Director knows this and is coming with resolutions before, actually, he admits this before we even raised our voices about it. It was getting to that point. So basically, he was one step ahead. Okay. While the cost to power ratio is good, the RNG is still RNG. RNG can still be frustrating. Yeah, RNG is RNG. Even with calculator, it minimizes the RNG, minimizes gold consumption, but it is still RNG. It is too, at this current system, at the current time, takes way too long for hard mode players. Way too long for normal mode players, way too long for veterans making ults, way too long for new players or returnees to do the Transcendence, and Transcendence is becoming mandatory to do Thaemine Horde and Ekina, which is another problem which we'll talk about later and beyond.